Oh, Matt putting his jacket up. Oh, no. Generic intro into That Goes Moo here, back with another game theory video, but today we are doing a very somber video, and it is MatPat's final theory. This came out an hour ago. I'm gonna try to get this video out, I believe, on Wednesday, like usually my game theory videos come out. Right now, I'm doing the Minecraft game theory videos. I recently finished up the FNAF, and I moved on to Minecraft, and then MatPat's like, peace, I'm out. So I still have a whole lot of videos I gotta do that still has MatPat, and I'm sure I will do future game theory videos with the new host, or film theory, or food theory, or fashion theory, or anything like that. I could definitely see that happening, but this is the final theory. I really wonder what that's going to be. Ah, man, you can check my reaction to the last Minecraft one, which was, I believe, the underwater gods or something like that, the secret about water temples. You can check my reaction to that. I'll leave it right up there. Also link down below in the description, and will probably be in a place on my channel with all of my other Minecraft game theory reactions as well. I don't know what this one's going to go into. You want to see my reaction to him announcing his retirement, I'll leave that probably right up there as well, and probably put that in the description. But that video was, oh man, at the moment that video ended, I lost it. I started bawling my eyes out. I was on FaceTime with my girlfriend the entire time, and the moment that video ended, I was just sat in silence and cried. So that was really tough. But let's go ahead and jump into MatPat's final theory. Also, shout out to the patrons, because they get the videos a day early, and I read every single comment, whether you're a patron or not, whether you're subscribed or not. Is it going to be like a whole trip down memory lanes, or are we just going for nostalgia here? Yeah, when he... Dude, watching his announce his retirement video was like, that hit me hard. I literally looked at it, I was like, someday that's gonna have to be me, and I don't want that to happen. But right now I'm playing through Undertale. I'm doing the G run. I'm fighting Sands today.
Hello, Internet.
Doing that on Saturdays.
Welcome to Game Theory, where that is the last time that I'll be saying those words officially on this channel. Loyal theorists, how do you say goodbye? 13 years ago, I made you this promise.
Do you want to know more about the games you love without having to put in any work of your own? Well, now you can play and learn. That's right, Weboverse. We have created Game Theory, gaming's tangential learning experience.
Or is this the first video?
Well, Weboverse, here we are today, 3,000 videos of tangential learning later.
I have like 3,000 videos on my channel.
I already got super weepy in the last one of these things, so probably shouldn't do that again.
It's gonna happen.
And probably not great for the tech equipment. We've also spent the last 10 weeks together knowing that this day was going to come, right? So I really feel like I've gotten my farewell tour. I've buried hatchets, I've rekindled friendships, I made sweeping videos about the state of online entertainment, fired some tanks. That was legitimately very cool.
I need to watch these.
I made Disney mad at me one final time.
Really?
You know, felt appropriate. Got some new dripping, and just
That's
in
a
general,
pretty cool suit.
ran my way through all the things that were left in my content creator bucket list. So again, I ask, how do you say goodbye? First, it's probably most important to remind you that it's not officially goodbye.
I still can't believe
right?
he's 37.
I'm dying or anything. It's more of a see you later. I'm still gonna be doing plenty of stuff. Like, I'm already booked to do the fashion show on Style Theory later this year. I'm still gonna be here on the couch for GT Live. In a couple weeks, I'm gonna be giving a speech.
He's gonna be doing that until like
I was
summer,
recently
right?
in a kill count. Heck,
he was in a kill.
Slated to do the
he's doing the 5 Nights at Freddy's.
The Ludwig podcast. There's a collaboration I'm doing with Shea Fearless Productions. There's the FNAF musical over on Random Encounters. Like, I will be doing a lot. And
basically, he's
be sick of
branching out
doing
from
all these things on everyone else's channels. But
I'm doing kill counts by Deadmeat right now.
In touch with me, there are actually 2 ways that you could do it. Normally, I'd say something like, "Oh, you can follow me on Twitter," but we all know that there's like a grand total of 0 people who want to be over on that platform. So instead, I decided to make you this. A mysterious website.
Where's MatPat.com?
MatPat.com. This is going to be a place that I update every once in a while when I have news about some new project that's coming up, or, you know, a mystery that you're going to have to solve by digging through the source code. Yes, it's a ripoff of ScottGames.com.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't feel bad about that, because he stole enough of my ideas over the years.
Did he
owes me one. Editor should drop on some deal with it sunglasses in this moment.
And they... Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think those are the deal with sunglasses.
don't worry, I'm not going to be spamming you with updates or anything.
I already have like
MatPat
97,000 unread emails.
To get every once in a while with a funny update, or maybe we could chat about a favorite movie
97,000.
I'll send over the occasional video that I'm just
97,600.
Basically, this is just meant to be a way to let you all know what I'm up to directly in a way that isn't going to be subject to filtering algorithms, you know? And to kick things off this week, I'll be selecting 100 random emails that sign up to get personalized letters. And from that point forward, once or twice a week, I'll continue pulling a handful of emails to send personal notes.
Apparently,
it'll be a fun way to stay in touch.
To this day, if you email him as a creator, asking advice, he'll read and respond.
All right, enough stalling. Back to the question at hand. How do you say goodbye? Well, I think you honestly have to end it all where it began. This title, A Game Theory about game theory. Did you know that game theory isn't just a nerdy YouTube show? It's also a nerdy economics concept.
What?
If that's news to you, I honestly can't blame you. At this point, we've created enough confusion online that apparently we've merited our own disambiguation tag on Wikipedia for game theory searches. In all seriousness, for the first 5 years of the show, I received so many tweets from people who are mid-year in their economics courses, screenshotting their textbooks, freaking out when they got to the episode on game. It's not an episode, it's a chapter. When they got through the chapter on game theory, being like,
what do you mean?
Oh my gosh, dude, did you know that you were in this thing? And
wait, he's in an economics textbook?
Definitely did. The pun, believe it or not, was intentional. In fact, Steph and I knew from the very beginning that it was likely that the final episode of Game Theory was going to be about game theory.
Well, yeah, of course, that's how you have to.
Because game theory is everywhere.
You can't make it just one game.
You've ever seen the movie Love Actually? There's actually this opening monologue in it that goes a little something like this.
We live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. It seems to me that love is everywhere. If you look for it, you'll find that love actually is all around.
Now you just got to replace the word love with game theory, and you basically got it.
We live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. Seems to me that
game theory
is everywhere.
Game theory is everywhere.
You'll find that
game theory
actually is all around.
Who would have suspected that English acting megastar and recent Oompa Loompa Hugh Grant would be making a guest appearance in my final episode? Truly, we have spared no expense for this one. And not only is game theory just everywhere, it also holds the secret to winning everything forever. Yeah,
what do you mean?
I know, right? That is a huge claim to make. Clearly, I was saving all my biggest secrets for the grand finale, so you know what?
Like what?
Let's not beat around the bush anymore.
What is he going to announce?
Let's make you masters of the universe and reveal how, whether you like it or not, you all are theorists for life. Come on.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, we're moving off the couch this time.
To go where?
It's a big deal.
Where are we going?
At its core, game theory is the science of strategy. So we gamers, we understand strategy, but what exactly is game theory specifically? Well, to understand that, you have to go back to the original game theorist, not me, this guy right here. He might not have himself the red leather jackets or the cool diamond play buttons, but I'll tell you what he does have. A crater on the moon named after himself, so I'll let you decide who has the bigger flex there. This guy right here, he is mathematician John von Neumann, and he was everywhere back in the day. And I do mean everywhere. Like, this guy was a key player in the invention of the digital computer. He helped with the discovery of the structure of DNA, even the creation of key components for Oppenheimer's Manhattan Project. You know, the Christopher Nolan movie where big things go big booms. But perhaps his biggest claim to fame was game theory. The idea that in any situation where there are two or more people,
it's a game.
Players, in this case, you can model out a game that'll help you find the best outcome. Have you ever played rock, paper, scissors and thrown out rock as the first hand? Because you know, statistically, most people choose their first move to be scissors. Or do they pick paper because the last three moves have been rock, and they're obviously going to be throwing rock again. Well, congratulations.
That's where the human element outside of probability.
He got a Medal of Freedom for that. So it just goes to show, don't let your dreams just be dreams, kids. Sometimes getting an honorary medal is a lot easier than you think. In short, game theory is the study of strategic choice. It's math that tells you what people are going to do and who's going to win the game. Probably the most famous example of a game theory scenario is the prisoner's dilemma, where two accomplices have just committed a crime and they're both given the chance to narc on the other one. If they both deny the crime, well, they both get a short prison sentence. If one of them denies the crime and the other rats him out,
it's kind of like Split or Steal.
Well, his buddy is stuck in prison for a long time. And if they both confess, they both get a medium sentence. We can model the possible outcomes here in a nice, neat, mathy-looking square. And while technically the best outcome for both of them would be to trust each other and not confess, they're criminals, and they don't know each other that well. And Because they don't trust each other, by the math, both of them narc on each other, and as a result, get a medium amount of prison time. Or if that all's too complicated and hypothetical, over in England, they turn the whole thing into a game show where they say the word balls an uncomfortable amount of times.
Golden ball. Oh, I thought it was
golden balls.
Splinter Steel. Sidemen.
Balls. My balls are all golden. 100 golden balls, and they're all bursting with money. Killer balls. Balls. Balls.
Why?
Why am I bringing all this up? Well, game theory is more than just wads of cash jammed into a bunch of balls. Someone should tell Mr. Beast that I just discovered his next video idea. No, it has very real.
That would be a crazy Easter egg video.
The USSR were on the brink of atomic annihilation. The principles of game theory helped both sides reach an agreement to slowly disarm their nuclear
And that's why I got a Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Veritasium's recent video on game theory does a great job telling it. And honestly, I can't really improve on it. So thanks for doing all the research for my final episode there, Derek. If you want an example that's a bit closer to home, though, here you go. YouTube.
What?
Got it. See, YouTube as a platform is just a bunch of zeros and ones, right? But YouTube as a community, it's a network of people constantly trying to make strategic decisions. Creators are players who are more or less rational people making videos
more or less
and like and comment and subscribe. You, the viewer, you're also a player in this. You're on a strategic mission to win the experience by finding the thing that's most satisfying to watch. And the people who run, or at least have run YouTube in the past, shout out to Todd, Jake, Neil, Ernest, Meg, Ariel, Susan, David, Fede, Vader, Stephanie, and Kim, they're all in a strategic game to keep the creators and viewers happy.
Are those all like
also figuring out
CEOs or something?
For YouTube as a company,
there's no way it's had that many CEOs.
All the advertisers and shareholders. It is seriously a complex strategic
arena.
Absolutely. And that's how you get decisions like use bright green text because it's more likely to stand out in a sea of dark gaming thumbnails and more likely to get clicks. Launch shorts as a means to counterattack against TikTok. Do a video on something that's not trending.
Wear a red shirt to get the stand up more in the thumbnail.
So suggested against the algorithm. Every video you watch, everything that you click on, it's the product
or
of
a bright green
or game theory. Slap a big old game theory.
Every single shirt I wear in a video is planned out.
Some
I don't know if you knew that. Hey, it's Ryan Trahan.
All those hundreds of millions of subscribers to Jimmy and Ryan Trahan and Cocomelon, I like to think that they're all secretly ours. Where's our 200 million subscriber play button there, YouTube?
Oh, that's actually really that video was recently done.
This is just an aside that I learned about earlier this week. Apparently, there's a Chrome extension that allows you to do exactly what I just described.
What do you mean?
It quote-unquote MatPatifies your YouTube feed by putting green text on like every thumbnail.
Oh.
Just saying, we have reached the peak of human achievement.
But then that will eventually fade because
Link and saying mommy's hungry, that's just traumatic on a whole nother level. Or there was one that I saw circulating
Is it actually
online,
called that?
Ryan Gosling doing a puppy interview and the title is Birth of a Killer. There was another one that showed up on the subreddit.
They just used the ones
Final Death Smash. I gotta say, I am proud of the mark that I will leave on this platform. But so
yeah,
what, right?
no, literally.
YouTube is game theory. Sure, that's great. It's interesting, but why does it matter to you, right? Why am I spending so much time talking about all of this in my final episode?
It was a great name.
Like I said, game theory can help in every
Did he even mean for it
that
to be that, or is it just supposed to be theories about video games?
Guide on the best way to live out your life, tried and tested by all our grandfather theorists. But to truly understand that, we have to go back to where it all began. A glorified PowerPoint presentation. Weboverse, allow me to introduce you to, lights please, the trust game. I love this. We started as glorified PowerPoint slides and we're ending.
Yeah, no, that's literally how they were, weren't they?
Here's the TLDR of this one.
He had just like still images on the screen.
The computer tournament by a guy named Robert Axelrod. Clearly not the most creative with his titling conventions. Basically, this was the prisoner's dilemma or the golden balls thing, except here there was one crucial difference. They're not just playing the game once, they are literally playing it hundreds of times, repeating it over and over again to see what strategies end up winning the most across a longer period. This then gives us a model that's shockingly closer to real life, because here, most of the time, you're not just thinking about what you have to do to win a single game, you have to actually think about the consequences of your actions. The more people think about the future, the more they're willing to cooperate because they don't want to screw themselves over down the road, you know?
Yeah, then they have to live with
experiment. Check out
they have to live with themselves.
Veritasium's video where he talks about all of that, including having
15
an
million
interview with the
subscribers.
game's creators.
Wow, I've never heard of that channel.
I also borrowed his convention for that one, so thanks for the ladder and the idea there, Derek. You can also watch Dr. Trevor Bassett's video on the topic, or, you know, the various TED Talks that are all about this experiment.
Game theory.
Link to all of those down in the description below. But
I guess they didn't trademark game theory.
Here, the best strategy to winning it big boils down to 4 key points. Number 1, be cooperative lead with trust. Assuming that the person you're playing with is your enemy right off the bat,
no, it's not going to go well.
Trust in others, it's going to let you win more frequently in the end. Secondly, don't be a pushover. Sure, it's good to be trusting, that is great, but the second that someone takes advantage of your trust, the winning strategy is to call them out on it and then immediately hold them accountable.
And then hopefully get back
to point number 3,
trust. Or
being forgiving.
Yeah, no.
Don't hold a grudge.
These are just good things to live by.
My good opinion once lost is lost forever.
That is a failing indeed.
You tell him, girl. You are exactly right. She's speaking some game theory truth right there. Well, sure, it hurts to have your trust broken.
Yeah, I like how he moves back into the shadow where it's not as bright.
Change, that they can grow and learn and get better. That is the ideal solution here. The trust game showed that players who held their opponent accountable, but then forgave them.
This honestly feels like a Linus Tech Tips video a little bit, with like moving back and forth.
And lastly, it's important to be honest and open about your strategy. When people can't understand what you're thinking, that's then when mistrust starts to breed.
Miscommunication.
Honesty and others.
Collusion,
it allows you to build on that trust over time, one step, bit by bit. Across the thousands of rounds of testing, nice strategies that were fair but also firm ultimately won out the most. Now, when I read these outcomes, what really struck me first was how they present a really hopeful view of the world. A hopeful view that I don't think a lot of us carry around a lot. I mean, it's easy to assume that everyone out there is out to get you, and it's easier to just close off to people who've wronged us in the past, but math, game theory specifically, proves that assumption's wrong. And hey, if you don't want to believe the thousands of rounds of computer simulations, there is a very solid real-life example, YouTube. YouTube is a positive-sum game, which means that more than one person can win. And in fact, a lot of times, the more others win, the more you can win too. When I was just starting off, I was so mad and scared when Vsauce 3 released this video, calculating Sonic speed. I'd been working for a year on the channel at that point, grinding away and seeing a fair amount of growth, but in that moment I saw a spin-off of one of YouTube's top subscribed channels just horning in on my territory of gaming science. It was like they were going to steamroll me. They were going to steal my audience away.
No,
so
but that probably...
to stake my claim, and thus Sonic is Slow was born.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to
the game
theory, applying science to video games since April 18th of 2011. Recently, however, a new gaming scientist has come onto the scene. The good folks over at Vsauce 3 recently took a gander at a game series I covered in episode 5. It's a great video, except for one thing.
They're wrong.
It's wrong.
Listen to my voice in that. Oh, I'm so proud that I finally hit puberty, like 7 years into making these videos. Anyway, you can tell that I'm super salty in this one, right? I'm asserting that I did it first. I'm citing the dates. I am literally trying to one-up Vsauce 3. But then
it was unnecessary.
Happened. I got views from Vsauce. I saw that their video and mine were actually helping each other. So
just like
me losing a year of
people that complain about reaction videos.
I wasn't just operating on my own island anymore.
All the creators that have watched my videos love them and request me to do more.
Gaming science
Only people that hate reaction videos are not creators.
For all of us. Steph and I, in our years of consulting,
from what I've seen,
home this one point, that YouTube is a place where all ships can rise. Leading with trust goes a long way. From inviting someone to collab on your channel, to comparing notes on production because it can help you both. You actually see this kind of cooperative game theory in action with content houses.
Content houses don't really
like the QSMP, where creators are helping each other and sharing audiences.
The content houses aren't really a thing anymore, are they?
Creators who haven't done a good job of leading with trust, and who've approached YouTube as a zero-sum game. A place where there can only be one winner. And guess what? Didn't work. Back in 2020, a few of the top beauty creators tried to take each other down.
Yes, they did.
Viewers not to watch each other, trying to turn audiences against people that they thought were their competitors. It was for the clout, it was for the views, and it backfired. In fact, it backfired so badly that all of their channels took a massive hit. And the beauty vertical, which was once a main pillar of YouTube's earliest days,
really fell. There's also other controversies.
Together, the platform thrives. Lights? But by thinking that you can win when other people lose, well, that's when everyone loses. It's kind of sad. Let's move on. But if you don't want to listen to mathematicians or YouTube meta-analyses, just look at me. Game Theory, the show, is a testament to those
quality of this video is phenomenal.
Theory, the nerdy economics.
Like, he's in front of a green screen, but the lighting is perfect.
Every person who's built this channel has led.
Also, the sound quality.
Trust. Ronnie, he put his own show on the back burner so he could dedicate his time to editing Game Theory. Trusting that we would be able to succeed more
Probably
together.
good.
He helped the show to truly become what I had always dreamed it would be. And I honestly wish that he could be here to this day so I could thank him so much for that.
But what happened to
the
Ronnie?
Same is true for Goomba and Drake and Lee and Ryder and all the other partner shows who joined up with us in lieu of working on their own channels.
Foot of a Ferret.
She left being a consultant at a real company in the medical field to believe that by cooperating, we could actually make something really special together. Jason,
I
who
definitely
is
think they
actually
did.
right here behind the camera right now. Jason,
He's about to grab the
who
camera.
you know as the guy that we blame all the time on GT
He
Live.
just dragged him out.
Jason was Theorist's first full-time employee after me and Steph. He
Oh,
jumped
wow.
in there.
He's been there
when
that
all
long?
He had was a kitchen table and a cat that he was constantly alerted to.
Oh,
and
no.
Sudafed, you have this man to thank for your current net worth. Because
and Zyrtec.
And Zyrtec.
And Zyrtec,
You have
yeah.
taken so many pills over the years.
I have.
But
all medically prescribed, though, I promise.
Yeah, no, good medical pills, not anything sketchy, for sure. But Jason is the man that we have trusted with the weight of the entire production process across all the channels for years. Like, this man is the unsung hero of everything you've probably ever watched across any of the channels. Without him, without you. Without you.
And he's showing appreciation for him
None
now.
of these videos would get made.
Oh, there he goes. Aw.
Thank you. Now get back there, okay? Enough for you. I gotta thank other people.
That's the first one.
Friendship first, but also working together to create awesome stuff, right? And if you're talking about unsung
And it
heroes on
works
this
for
channel, there's
everybody
one
involved.
man who also deserves a call out, and his name is Yossi. He is our audio wizard. He is the man who I have trusted with my voice for the better part of 9 years. He has had to suffer through more hours of my voice than anyone else in the world. I am so sorry.
Yeah,
Yossi.
audio is a real
I am
tough
so sorry
thing.
for all the burps and weird edits and weird diatribes and jump scares that Ali has given me over the years. Was Yossi a pro when he first joined up with us? No.
But he
You know
learned.
what he was
He
willing
got better.
to do? He was willing to learn. And I've trusted him with my voice for the better part of 9 years. And the same goes for another member of the team who you've never gotten to see, but was actually there before the channel was even monetized, which is kind of crazy to think about. You don't know Dan Levitt, but Dan was another one. He was the first who actually saw potential in me and in these channels as a whole, offering to become my manager, even though he had never managed a YouTuber before. He just jumped in with 2 feet and said, hey, I've never gotten a brand deal in the past, but think I could do it for you. And he did. And then he got me literally hundreds more. He has his own management company now.
Oh,
he
let's
manages
go.
some of the biggest sports creators on all of YouTube.
Cam
I can say
Water.
with complete confidence that this company and my career would have looked totally different had it not been for Dan. And his career and his company would have looked totally different without me. He and I have built businesses parallel to each other, right next to each other, using cooperative game theory for over a decade.
And he's just kind of like,
me to make good decisions on YouTube,
worked
and I
with game
trust him to
theory,
make good
they
decisions
both
as my
benefit,
manager,
and now he
and
runs
we
his own
both
company
benefit in the long
that
run.
benefits other
Perhaps
people.
the most important person in all of these trusting relationships is you. You guys, right here. I wear you on my wrist these days. You loyal theorists have been the best example of game theory in the history of the show Game Theory. Every time you click on one of these videos, you are
the Russian Badger?
You are saying, you know what, I'm gonna give this one a chance, especially on those episodes that are covering topics that you've never even heard of. And on my end, I've always
There's still
tried my
so
best
many of them I need to
fulfill on
do.
that promise and make sure that your trust pays off by delivering a great, well-researched, fun, a lot of times stupid video. And yeah, there have been plenty of times where I've missed the mark, where you weren't happy about the topic, or where I said something wrong, or my research was bad, or whatever, and I needed to learn about that. And so you, acting exactly as you should.
Somebody
according to
talked
that
about,
trust game,
Matt said something
you called me
about
out
there's
those
YouTubers
moments.
out there that have
You
never
showed
had
me
a
that I'd
banana
made mistakes.
before.
But
And
more
somebody was
importantly,
like, is he
you were
talking about
willing to
me?
forgive. You gave me
I
a
don't
chance
know.
to learn and grow as a creator.
It's not
and as a
confirmed, but
person.
that's wild.
And
Because I had my first banana in a video.
Look at this. We all won. Look at this thing that we managed to build together.
I think it was a GT
Don't
Live video or
tell
something.
anyone else? I mean, there's 3 of them here in the room, but like the rest of them downstairs. You guys, you've always been the most important member of this team, whether or not you ever realized it. And now, as new hosts step in, yeah, they're obviously going to have to learn a lot, and they're going to have to earn your trust just like I did over a prolonged period of time. But I hope that you approach them with the same sense of cooperation.
I mean,
and
I
goodwill
think they're
that
gonna
you did for me all those years
initially.
ago. So
I don't
while
think it's gonna be a
might
drop
leaving as
off. People are gonna be
host of this show,
curious.
Game theory,
But then I think it will
It'll never
eventually
leave.
dip.
It'll
But
never
it
leave
will
me.
come back.
and I'll never leave you. We are all game theory.
Because like YouTube as a platform is still growing.
Honestly, is why I thought it was fitting for you guys to be the one to say this.
But hey! That's just a theory.
That's just a theory.
It's just a theory.
Just a theory.
That's just a theory.
That's just a theory.
Class dismissed. Thanks for
Entire generations.
That's just a theory.
C'est juste une théorie.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory. Thanks for everything.
But hey, that's just
Hey, it's
a
FNAF.
theory.
And wait a minute. Wait. Oh, wait, wait. What?
Theory.
What? Wait.
Theory.
What is her channel name? I've reacted to her videos before.
That's just a theory.
And she knows I did, because somebody tweeted at her that I did, and she responded.
Style theory.
A food theory. A film theory. A game theory.
Oh, Matt putting his jacket up. Oh, no. Is he going to leave that jacket there? And then Steph. Even though they're not done with the company, they're still going to be one of the writers.
Thanks for watching.
Wow. Okay. Whew.
Oh man, where to?
I got something I gotta do.
Okay,
Trying to figure out what this car is.
Ready for a road
Wait,
trip?
this is a Stupendium song.
I guess.
Let's go.
Stupendium watches every video I've done. That's just accurate. I'm guessing MDX. Also, this is definitely Raleigh. I know that interstate. That definitely looked like 40. It looks, yeah, no. That literally, no, it's not an MDX. Is that a TLX? An older one?
You ready?
I reacted to that Stupendium song. Stupendium follows me on Twitter, actually. That's a nice door. That's like probably a $10,000 door. I actually used to install doors.
I've been expecting you. Come, we have much to discuss.
Who is that? Who is that? Lord keeping any one of 6. Answer all the questions in the bottom of the description. But I'm on I'm on Xbox. There's no description. I don't know who that guy was. I feel like I've just missed something huge. Okay. I don't know who that guy is. That was a very nice door though. But I know he I think he he lived in California because that's where I think Game Theory is or the Theorists is based out of. But I know he's also has a house in Raleigh or lived in Raleigh most of the time, which I'm in Greensboro. I'm literally an hour and a half away from Raleigh, which is wild to think about. And also the fact that he went to Duke, what? Oh man, this video hit. Man, it's been a rough week. I watched Has Been Hotel Season 1 Episode 4, which actually that video is about to go live here in 23 minutes. Akira Toriyama yesterday, and now MatPat today. Oh man, it's been rough. It's been rough. We're gonna get through it though. I look forward to watching new game theory, food theory. I haven't reacted to a fashion theory or seen a fashion theory or film theory. I've seen film theory. I look forward to the new stuff. I definitely have to go back and do some old stuff as well. I'm continuing the Minecraft game theories right now. I actually just started them not too long ago. I got to do this video, so next Wednesday is probably going to be this video. But I look forward to the next one. I look forward to reading your comments because I'll read every single one of them. But until the next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing